Hi guys, this is Raymond with Expert Watches. Hope you're having a good day. So we are going to do another video for bezel replacement for the Zodiac Sea Dragon. This is the one we did in the previous video. Just wanted to show you now that we had some time for the adhesive to set. If you look at it, it's sitting very well and it's moving great. This is a bidirectional, so we could go back and forth, or you can move it around. It's going great, as you can see. Probably gotta put the crown in. All right, and it's, if you look at it, it's lined up well. This is a little bit of and I like the black replacement. I know it has a Submariner look to it. If you press it, it's in fairly well. It has a little bit of a small move in it, which is okay, but overall I kind of like that for this specific watch. I thought the black makes it more poppy. But for the next project, I'm going to put this away now. For the next project, we're going to have this purplish style, and I kind of, I don't know, some people might like the strap on this. I kind of wanted to something that makes the watch pop a little bit. The bezel is not put on yet, so I'm going to show you this. I wanted to go with something like a Pepsi look. I'm sorry, the Coke look on it. I said Pepsi. I was thinking about that. But I wanted to have a Coke bezel. I know it's not a GMT. It doesn't actually have the GMT time on it. It has a chronograph. It's just for separation for divers, which gives you the first 15 minutes. And you know, it's sectored that way. So if you look at it, this doesn't have adhesive on the bezel. It's also, if you look at it, it is curved. So we're gonna go through the steps of doing this. Just gonna go over quickly. For whatever reason, I have two tweezers, two different with the needle. We have our alcohol. I have my tool here. We have a toothpick just in case. I have the cleaning tool, which we have with which I love these, and we'll provide one with the bezel for you guys to use cleaning the leftover adhesive from the previous bezel left. And I have this tool. Again, this is if you want to do extreme cleaning, and not necessary, but it's, you know, getting a cleaner surface, as we discussed in the previous video, is good. I do also have a air blower, just to, after applying it, to kind of make sure all the debris is gone, and then the alcohol is it's dried off. So we have the adhesive. For the previous video, I done two videos, and one is we put the adhesive first, which was a little more tricky. Then we put it on the bezel first, which was easier to do for the installation, and it prevented the adhesive to bunch up. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna clean the where we're gonna put the bezel in, and the space, to make sure that it has it. So I'm gonna get my alcohol. I put in my magnifying glasses on, and now I'm gonna look at it. It actually looks fairly clean, so I'm gonna, just in case, I'm gonna press this in. These I really love these alcohol dispenser. I've been addicted to it. The doctors use it for certain aspect of tools, so I kind of saw it, and I'm like, wow, that would be great to use, and it's been very helpful. Just dispense the right amount. So as you could see, I'm gonna clean it. There was a couple of things. This was already I'm reusing this. There's some debris there. Just needs to be cleaned off. I'm gonna use this. Okay, clean it with a little Kleenex, and then we're gonna go around a little bit, and then kind of make sure that this is cleaned off. You know, when you're doing this, it's kind of like a fun exercise. I became in love with the Zodiac Sea Dragons, the chronograph, just because so colorful. We do at Expert Watches sell so many different vintage and different type of watches, high end. And once in a while, you just like fun watches. So I'm just basically wiping this with this to get some of the debris out so I could reuse it. You could always use a new one. I just was using this and I kind of figured I'd go ahead and do this. There's some left. So I'm just cleaning this out. Again, I'm going to just wipe it with this. Let's just get some of that off. Maybe I should have used a new one, but since I'm already committed to this, I'm saying some, and it looks good right now. I'm gonna blow this off, kind of make sure we got everything. It looks like we did, and I just want to show you. It's fairly clean. You just want, again, for it to be as clean as possible. Here, I'm gonna put the air blower back on. So this is. You just want to make sure before you put anything on that this is actually working, right? Because some of the older bezels might not be working, so you want to make sure that it is moving. They do make a few models of their watches where the bezel was fixed, and if that's the case, you want to be extremely careful of how you put the bezel in, because once you put it in, you can't. It's going to be in that position forever. So you want to, maybe not ever, but you could remove it, but that's how it's going to sit. With this, because it moves, we will be a little bit careful placing it, but you can always turn it and put it in the position you want. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm going to look at this one more to kind of make sure that I see a little bit of a thing. I'm going to use my toothpick to get that. All right. So I'm going to use this. I'm just doing this because I'm fairly picky, but it's not necessary. All right. This is looking good. So now the next step is I'm gonna move this here. We're gonna look at our bezel. I'm gonna put it backwards. I'm gonna look at it. It looks pretty good. There's a little bit of glue mark from the dot being put in, which is fine. So I'm gonna take the ring. So this is the ring we're going to provide with adhesive ring that you're going to see. If you notice, it's a circle that has some marks on it. So I'm going to remove this and I'm going to put this under here. So this is right here. And then we're going to carefully put this, and it's kind of sticking to my finger. So I want to make sure that first alignment right. Okay. This is kind of sticky, so you gotta be. And I'm gonna let this go and then have it kind of fall. So now I'm gonna let this. All right. So this is how it is. So this section it has adhesive on it. So right now we put the adhesive on the bezel. So now the key thing is if there is a cut in this. So we're gonna remove this. I'm gonna now go through and remove this. I'm gonna now go backwards. Kind of play around with this to make sure we're removing this, not the ring. And like always, there's once in a while you get a little bit of a stubbornness. So I'm gonna put this back on the glossy. It's not needed, but I'm just gonna put it back, put this away. So this is how it was put on. So if you look at it, so I'm gonna just go with my fingers over the adhesive, kind of make sure that it's sticking, and go from there. So now I'm gonna kind of size this up. Yeah, I'm just sizing this up. We still have the paper on, so it's not, the adhesive is not there. So I'm thinking about possibly putting 2 adhesive rings, but I'll see if that's the best way to do it. For that, if we want to do 2, you have to put 1 on the watch, but let's see. And I'm taking this off. So if you notice, some of the thing that the last time I don't want it to. It's very sticky, so I don't want it to stick too much. So I'm gonna take my time with this. I'm gonna get this tool. Well, actually, I'm gonna use this side. Make sure this is going in. Hopefully it comes off my finger pretty soon. It doesn't want to go. Alright, let's go. Alright. So now, if you notice, this section is kind of sticking to the watch. So that's why putting it on the watch first, it's a little more complicated. But this is, we're doing this because I just wanted to try seeing if having two adhesive is gonna work. But if it doesn't, you already have one, and it is very sticky, so it's maybe better to use this with alright, looks like it's almost there. Alright, so this is here. It's made a little bit of mess here, you can see. So, which is fine. I mean, we're doing this as a extra section, so even if that section is not, I just wanted to make sure if I put two adhesive, it's gonna be. So I'm gonna remove a little bit. If you notice here, we have this going around. So I'm gonna make sure this is turning, because clearly we don't want it to, let me put this back, to be stuck to the crystal, which it looks like it has. So yeah, if you notice, this is stuck to the crystal, which is not what we want. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna kind of see what I could do to fix it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna remove it. And that's, you know, sometimes we want to try to see if we get something done. You know, these watches, unfortunately, a lot of people lost the. It looks from this view, I'm gonna put this back, that it is. Doesn't want to go back, but. Gonna put this here. Let's see if it turns. Which it is now. Okay, so the sticky part is sticking to the crystal is gone. So I'm gonna now remove this. Now, most of it is good. Some of the sections were a little bit jammed up, which is not a big deal. So before, I'm gonna remove the paper from the adhesive. So if you notice, you want to make sure that you're not removing both. Once in a while you do. That's why we let this sit. So this is kind of coming off. And now, so now you have adhesive on adhesive. So you want to be extremely careful putting this in. So I'm going to line this up. Then once you drop it, it's dropped. All right. So you kind of heard the click. Now with you want to kind of go around, make sure that you're pressing, and now I feel like this is a little bit of a better fit with the two adhesive. This section here is still so it does take a little bit of time. You want to press it in to kind of make sure it is. Then obviously before, I'm going to make sure that this is turning to, before I go further, to make sure that adhesive and are not sticking to other part of the watch. This is so I just want to, I'm gonna let this sit a little bit and then show you guys after the final result, and I'm gonna play with it. So I'm using both of my thumb to kind of press. If you notice, it's going in. There is no sections that are popping up. I just want to make sure the adhesive is taking, using my fingers to press, and I'm kind of liking this. It's looking good. I mean, it's a nice looking Coke diving version of the bezel, and let's see this. It looks good. It's gonna let this sit, and then we'll get back on it. Okay, guys, so we kind of jumped through to show you guys all the bezels we replaced. I know we were in the process of finishing the bezel for this, so we're done these so far. So this is what we started with for the smaller time only Zodiacs. This one we did it. We actually put the adhesive on the ring first and then put the bezel on top, which was a little more tricky. With this one, we put the adhesive on the bezel, then place it, which was a little bit easier. And this one, we actually did a double adhesive. So we did both of this. We put it on the watch first, then on the bezel, and then we placed it. So now I just want to kind of go over this. I feel like, again, you don't want to press too firmly, because if you do it, one side might pop out. You want to kind of slowly, gently go around. These have been sitting around for a little bit. If you notice, it's looking fairly good. This Speed Dragon actually had a little notch, which the bezel kind of went under, and I kept that. These two don't, so they're a little more stubborn. If you notice, there was some adhesive coming out of these, which I actually used my tweezers and this tool and a little bit of alcohol later to wipe. And I put this that came with it on it, so I'm not scratching it, but overall it wasn't a major concern for me. I just wanted to look nice, which it does. And now clearly, like I said, these are not made for this watch. We're customizing it to fit, and so if you put your nails and like want to mess around with it, it might pop out. So you want to kind of be careful while you're using these and let the adhesive also set. So this one, which is a double one, we use double adhesive, is a little bit different. Now on the Sea Dragon chronographs, and these are the bigger version, I believe it's a 42 millimeters, so these are the Zio version. If you notice, for this watch I use this special bezel, which has multicolor, which if you even look at it, you might not even be able to tell, which didn't come with the watch. It's very poppy. There's some edges that here doesn't, it's the way it sits on it. And then the green version of this Zodiac, which is the Zio 2264, I just went also, yeah, if you press it, there is a little bit of a give, which is okay, but if you notice, it's sitting fairly well. It's twisting. With this, we actually these are, if you notice, this it doesn't have a click, and they're bi-directional. The Speed Dragon was a unidirectional one, so these are kind of going around. And yeah, some of them, when they sit, if you didn't, some of the adhesive, if it's touching thing, you want to make sure that it's not. So I just want to show you all, these are the ones we've done. We do have some of these bezels in stock. They're kind of going fairly fast. We're so excited that we were able to bring longer life with and better look with for the Zodiacs. So we have so many versions of these Sea Dragons in stock in different colors. So if you're interested, let us know at expertwatches.com. Again, this is Raymond. Let us know. We're gonna post these videos and some of the instructions for you guys to follow, and hopefully you have some success with it. Just again, be patient. Once in a while you have to take it out and put more adhesive, or just wipe things out and just be patient. If I actually had one when we first started that it popped out and we popped it back in, it wasn't an issue. Well, you guys have a great day. Bye.